Alright, let us continue onward. We have heard about beginning. It's Mia's first case, right? We are defending this dude who ran away from prison or something. Ah, good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. I didn't do nothing. I swear, I didn't kill nobody. Terry Flaws. He's got a lot of flaws apparently. My first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago and now a prison escapee. Now this is probably where I also meet Edgeworth the first time because Edgeworth's fate is also on the case. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? Because he was gonna be killed? Eek! I'm sorry. He's chewing his own ball and chain. Ugh. I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere. But Mr. Flaws, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago. Ugh. Sorry, I told a little lie. Oh boy. But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody. Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry. You're not very good at this. They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was strict, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her. I could never do that. To say, 2 days ago he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Did he cause it to crash? Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. That's bad. And he was already on death row. The police believe that Terry Flaws did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped. Oh? So that much is true. He did meet with the victim. But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true. I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Ha! Oh. You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. It's freaking Godot, bro. It's Godot without a visor. Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Where is Mr. Grossberg? Oh, so you worked for Mr. Grossberg. Ha! That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. The Godot is Diego Armando. I didn't say. So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me. So I guess Diego liked Mia, apparently. That's why he's saying we meet again. I don't know, because I'm Mia's student? Who knows? Phoenix Wright is, I mean. No. You've got it all wrong. Today you are the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Also, he became a prosecutor from being an attorney. Imagine an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it though. Wait. Ha! Relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody I won't mention, me, he has earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career. The genius? It's Edgeworth. Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Stop calling me kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. Mhm. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. Well, we could have always used our Megatama. I'm pretty sure that Mia also had it, right? Who knows? When I saw those overflowing eyes and I heard that simple childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. We could always speak to the person he killed, you know. We are a spirit channeler. Probably a pretty good one. February 16, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. That's young us. Oh, it's this guy. This other judge. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Flaws. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, she does look a little different. She's younger. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Ooh, that's... Did he say that the first thing? I don't know. But this is his lucky suit, right? It's his first case. They're both young. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, eh? I mean, yeah, he was trained by, what's his name? Frickin' One Karma, right? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. One Karma joined even younger, the Franziska One Karma. He says he's got coffee still. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh? Come on, Mia. You can't lose. Not to someone younger than you. I mean... Huh. Just because he's younger. Attorney's badge. Proof of my profession. It's brand new and sparkles in the light. Valerie's autopsy report. Stabbed with a knife in the back. Died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. Stabbed in the back. Backstabbed, okay. Terry Flaws, age 25. My client, sentenced to death 5 years ago. Escaped from custody 2 days ago. Police officer and the victim. The key witness in the case against Flaws 5 years ago. Okay, well they're more involved than I thought. And then someone killed her after he escaped. It's pretty bad. Diego Armando, 27 already, okay. A hotshot lawyer, my senior and rival at the office. A bit smug. Miles Edgeworth, age 20. Dubbed a genius as soon as he started as a prosecutor. Today is his court debut. Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct? Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered. So we are here to determine if Mr. Flaws was responsible for her death. Am I asking him? You got it, kitten. Good. Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Flaws, was sentenced to death in this very court. Yeah, which kind of makes this a little pointless. I don't know. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. Wow, that's pretty bad. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Must be before the 3-day rule. Correct, but in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony. A witness's testimony. Oh, on the bridge, right. The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Flaws at the scene and later testified against him. Well, she was like freaking, if he's 23 right now, or she was when she died. Well, she was like 18 when she joined the force, what the hell? She said she witnessed Mr. Flaws throw his young victim into the river. Okay. Pretty bad, but is she trustworthy? For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. What if she shot the kid? Right? That police woman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be... Exactly, the victim. The same woman who was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Aha, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago. With only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now. Great. Huh? Yes, yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty. Incredible. Objection. Wait a minute. That's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Fay. I'm not sure I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Great. Oh, no. Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why you? You're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Great. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness. Is it Gumshoe? I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of this case. Is it Gumshoe or someone else? It is Gumshoe, but what is this code? It's so white. Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I am the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago. Okay, interesting. I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Now he was saying that he was crossed by her once, right? This must be it. Hey ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes? What is it? You're really gorgeous. Excuse me? No, seriously, my heart. It's aching for you. Incredible. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Wait. Ark. Okay, I got it. Now, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir. Right away. Wait. What about the freaking testimony thing? Nothing? The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir, I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. Okay. Eagle River, Broken Bridge, 5 yards, okay. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River, okay. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge, okay. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. Why would he not just dump her over the river? Over the bridge into the river? The river, no bodies are found. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir. So they met back there again, where the first crime took place? I see. Dusky Bridge map added to the court record. Bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. Okay. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge? The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge. Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there. Your Honor. No. If you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I am sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I was some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony. Oh, this testimony starts now. I see. We have him? We do. Dick Gumshoe, age 26, young Dick Gumshoe. Homicide detective in charge of the initial investigation. Still new to his position. Everyone's new. Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready. Oh, so you're a tea person now, not a coffee person? Witness testimony. Summary of the incident. Or you were, I suppose. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Okay. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Flaws. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Flaws was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge. Naturally. Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. So he's a coffee drinker. I'm not trembling, it's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright. Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. Yep. Ha! You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, Ethan. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. We do have a megatama around our neck. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Great. We went to law school, didn't we? Cross-examination. Summary of the incident. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. We don't know who this was. Hold it. This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right? Sorry, but I'm afraid I do. What? The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Flaws. What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Flaws. A note? Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in her desk. And you didn't mention that victim's note added to the court record. Confidential police materials written by the victim. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed... let me read that. Confidential police materials written by the victim. February 14, 1:21 p.m. Flaws, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. What? Talk to Dahlia. The defendant, Terry Flaws. Nah. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me? Ha! Look like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer. It's that detective's fault. He's the one that said unknown person. Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way cause the prosecutor told me to. Trap. Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. He's sneaky. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Flaws. Okay. What time? A bridge up in the mountains, but why meet there? Because it is a very important place to the defendant, that's why. What do you mean by that? If you remember, 5 years ago, the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge. Oh. The very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Flaws. Ha! Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. Yeah, we know this for sure. Was the body of the victim discovered right away? Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, don't move. We've got you surrounded. Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that? The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly? Sergeant Hawthorne must have mentioned the phone call to someone else, right? Ah. If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Claus, but someone read the note. She left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier, maybe she'd still be alive. I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone. She was hiding something, maybe. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Hold it. Mr. Claus had a car then. Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Great. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? No. This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. I mean, she's definitely in there. I don't see any blood. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. There's no blood. And why is the lock broken? Someone put it in there. Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable. She's dead. Crime photo added to the court record. A photo of the trunk of Law's car. Oh, she was stabbed in the back. The victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct? Yeah. Ha! For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back. We are talking about a woman here. Yeah. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm. Oh, it was stuck in there. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange. Do you? Anyway. Mr. Claus was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. Let's ask this first, then we'll go back, because that probably has something in it. That certainly is some impressive police work. Well, no, actually it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 PM. We figured that Mr. Claus might just try to run. What do you mean it was too close for comfort? The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 PM. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint. That was kinda close. Any later and Mr. Claus could have slipped right by. Yeah. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that testimony. A trap? Walk into it carelessly and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh? No, it's not. Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to be caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards. The ever famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. Yeah, we will. I don't see anything strange, do you? There's definitely something strange about it. The lock is broken for one. What did the defendant have to say about this photo? What he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. That's all he says. Nothing. I wouldn't say he did nothing. At the very least, we know he stole a car. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says, Uh, sorry, I told a little lie. Good. Or something like that. He did say the same thing to us. Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. Precisely. Alright, so now it's time to look for contradictions. But before I do that, I'll go play a quick game of Valorant. See you in a bit. Alright, let us continue. What do we got? Alright, yeah. Mr. Fox was arrested. Okay, so we need to find a Mr. Fowles? Fawless? Whatever. Listen up, there's a big trap. I know about the trap. The contradictions. So, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Who the hell is Dahlia? Do we know who Dahlia is? That's Valerie. I guess the note was written by Valerie. We don't know who Dahlia is. Could be anyone. Stabbed with a knife in the back. Died from blood loss between 4 and 5 p.m. On the day of the incident, unknown person phoned the sergeant, asked her to meet. Then she left a note. This is the bridge where they died. Why didn't they dump the body? But whatever, that's not the thing. Flaws at 4:30. Wear white scarf for identification. Does she have a white scarf in the photo? If she does not have a white scarf, then that is damn true. Wait, so we do have. Here's a photo. I don't see anything strange. I do. Where's the white scarf? Where white scarf?
Objection!
There's no white scarf, bro. Witness. Oh. Everyone is all stunned. But what is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye? I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. Come on, Miss Faye. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that. What are they teaching in law school? You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Huh. Say there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy? Coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Come on. Guy, what the hell? Grr. Come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Clam. Detective. Yes, ma'am. This photo. You said there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct? Yeah, that's what I said. Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim, but the scarf could have flown off, whatever. The note, it very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like, thus this special request. I have one very simple question for you, detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo. Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am. Oh. And you stopped there? You should have looked for it. Just say you did. The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this? It blew away in the wind or something. I see the defense is a little lacking. Oh. The scarf you are searching so desperately for, is it this one perchance? It's blue, bro. Ah, where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Dusky Bridge. Why? Why didn't you tell me? Yeah, why didn't you? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. Huh. That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. Not exactly white, as the caller requested. But as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. It looks like it spent some time in the mud. Yeah. Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time. The trap? The court will accept the scarf into evidence. Okay. Scarf added to the court record. Worn by the victim at the time of the incident. Found on Dusky Bridge. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. Come on. Very good. Now, if we are done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively and with hard evidence that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Flaws did indeed meet on that bridge that day. You have fingerprints? Further, we will show exactly what occurred there. That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it. Ah, everything is moving at his whim. That's how it always is. Don't forget, kitten, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? That's what they said. He's wearing his lucky coat. Witness testimony. Events on Dusky Bridge. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. That's pretty bad. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. Oh, it sure does. And that does look like him, although he doesn't have the lines on him. I don't know. It was drizzling that day, unfortunately. It's a little hard to see what's going on. I'm sure that is her, actually. She is wearing the same coat. The hat. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. From behind. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Okay. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. Ah, a potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Witness's photo added to the court record seems to have been taken by the witness. So, as you can see, Terry Flaws had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now, once again. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty. No, not again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. Hmm. What do you mean? Yeah, let me do it. Cross-examination. Events on Dusky Bridge. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. Who or what or who is it? Who is this eyewitness? She's a college student. Oh no, it's freaking... It's Lotta, isn't it? A female college student. That's right, meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her. Maybe so, but as the attorney for the defense, I have the right to cross-examine her. Objection! Objection. For the time being, we are not relying on the witness's statements. That is all. What is that supposed to mean? The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. A female college student, eh? It means she's female and a college student, sir. Are you sexist, bro? If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why. Great. Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. That is a scarf. Look at her. She does seem to have like short hair and she's wearing the clothes. Where's the hat? There's no hat, bro. You gotta wear a hat. Not wearing a hat here either. Bro, what happened to the hat? The victim is wearing a scarf in that photo, alright. So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains? Looking for UFOs or something? He was taking photos of wild flowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Faye. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there. This is spirits? Now that you mention it, this photo... This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it. No, Your Honor, no. I don't think it's a ghost. Great. The judge is even worse than our old one. It was drizzling that day, unfortunately, so it's a little hard to see what's going on. Drizzling, huh? That's right. There was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Haha. Looks like a cold front just moved in. In any case, the point is that the area was quite damp. There was even some fog. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something. You fell down? I hope not. Would explain some things though. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Hold it. Is that part of the witness's testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal. Brutal, you mean? Are you talking about seeing someone get pushed, or were you the one getting pushed? Probably she was getting pushed. Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? Yeah, many possibilities. Alright, what was I doing? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that once? I hope not, he's a judge. With his mind-boggling tales and the way he said brutal, I wonder if he's Canadian. He is. Ha! Save your nasty look for the right person. Huh? Take a look. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself. What the hell? Hey! Watch where you spill your coffee. What the hell? The court record, huh? He's giving me a hint. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Shoved her victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. I mean, yeah, because in the photo they're facing each other. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Hold it. So in other words, there was a struggle between the criminal and the victim, huh? That's what the witness said. Well, it looks like she didn't remember about the scarf. But from what she said, it sounded like a pretty violent fight, ma'am. The area was wet from rain. The bridge was probably wet too. Which would explain why the scarf was all covered in mud, but there's something about this testimony that's still bothering me. Heh, talk about a surprise. I had no idea there was a photo. So what do I do? You really still believe him? Mr. Kai baby, I mean. Of course I do. Heh, so the little kitten believes in fairy tales, huh? In that case, the answer is obvious. If what you believe is the truth, then that means that somewhere hidden in that testimony is a contradiction. One huge contradiction waiting to be discovered. That's your chance. Alright. Eyewitness. Was the Vic wearing the scarf, sir? It was drizzling. It's hard to see what's going on. Shoved the victim down from behind, stabbed her in the back. So this is troubling me. Because how is that possible when they were facing each other? How are you shoved in the back? Also, it seems like why would she walking towards a broken ass bridge?
Objection!
No? Your Honor, what do you think of the witness's statement? No. I don't think anything of it. How about you? I guess I don't think anything of it either. Then we don't have a problem, but we do have a penalty. If there wasn't a problem, couldn't he just let it slide? Good. Shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. And the photo is not the problem here? You have a map, right? Showing that it is broken. Maybe that's the problem. Where was she going from behind? Where is she going behind? No? There's a huge contradiction they're saying. It's too hard to see. Photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows Vic wearing the scarf, sir. But I mean, there's no hat. Is that really the problem? Is no hat? Yeah, no, that's not. That's not a big deal. Then all I can think of is the fact that stab in the back, and they were facing each other. Great. Well. So you're saying here there is something wrong. Sentenced to the custody, was key witness, bit snug, dubbed as a genius. He's still new. So what were you saying about this? Hold it again. Is about the testimony as well? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down at her stomach. I remember happening. It was brutal. Save and ask you to the right person. Take a look. Poor baby. The court record has wet itself. Spill your coffee. The court record, huh? Criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. 4 and 5 p.m. This is exactly at 4:30. I mean, he had a ball and chain. Did he? No? Yeah, I'm lost. I don't know what the hell they want me to talk about. The criminal shot the victim down from behind and then stabbed her in the back. Doesn't make sense. Apparently everything makes sense. The scarf is wet. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Then the words of the struggle, that's what the witness said. Well, it looks like you know the scarf. The violent fight, they explain the scarf, there's something still troubling. Of course I do. Somewhere there's a contradiction that will solve the case. There's an eyewitness, hold it. Who is eyewitness? College student, female college student, that's right.
Objection!
But they're not gonna call her right now. Please tell us about the evidence. This photo was accidentally taken. She's wearing a scarf. The victim is wearing a scarf. What was she doing? She was taking photos of flowers. Okay, she's saying it's a ghost. It was drizzling that day. Drizzling. That's right. Whole place was really not as serious as put at this court. In any case, the point is it was damp. There was a fog. It was wet. What would change if the person was wet? I mean, the car trunk isn't wet. He seems perfectly dry. That bad? Nope, not at all. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Where's the murder weapon? Police officer, man. You can't stab a police officer in the back. She would be... He's trained for that. Okay, I mean, the dude. Look at him. He's got a ball and chain on him. He can't stab anyone. I don't get it. I'm stuck. So my attorney's badge. Look at the note, bro. The note says something. Photograph. I used this already. I think I've dyed everything. So when a detective comes through, what does that have to do with anything? Must have been when the scarf fell off. You mean this scarf? Bro, I'm screwed. I'm screwed, bro. Bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. It was drizzling, but the photo is not wet. I mean, I tried that already, right? It was drizzling. Oh, really? Why is there no drizzle in the photo? There is drizzle in the photo, though. So, that's wrong. Oh, accidentally it shows the Vic wearing a scarf. Well, we can't see her face, bro. We don't know if that's her. It could be anyone. Literally anyone. I'm stuck, bro. That witness testimony? Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard. He pushed the victim hard in the back and she fell down right on her stomach. Oh, her clothes should have been wet then, shouldn't they? But then that didn't work though. Her clothes are fine, right?
Objection!
That is it? I never tried that? So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct? Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere. Ooh, flick hair. First time. Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right. He knows. Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about the photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions that day? Her stomach or whatever. He fell on it. Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there is nothing strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. Ark! Oh, that's exactly right. The other day I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous play-off beard was befouled.
Objection!
Objection. I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. No. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If Your Honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet but not muddy. No. Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The scarf? The surface of the bridge, huh? Ha! A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this. You're so sexist, bro. Neither would a real woman. Flick. Of course I can. The photo or the scarf? Oh. Here is the evidence that proves that the surface of the bridge was muddy. Can we see mud on this? We cannot, just wood. But the scarf was muddy, so that just means that everything should be muddy. The evidence is this scarf. Ah! It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud. Oh, no. I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo. Wow, they're so sexist. Hey, shame to you, buddy. Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me.
Objection!
Objection. I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? Alright. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here. Ha! You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Mr. Armando. No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. Yep. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. It's probably the third thing. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence. It's one of those three. Huh. What you said just now. I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it. No, no. This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know. Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. No. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes. The false evidence in this case is the witness's testimony. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen? Yeah, that's what the witness told us. Click. That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all. That's true. Ha! It's not just true, it's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I am certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. Yeah, makes sense. The testimony presented so far is not only vague but contradictory as well. Yep. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all. You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time. Do it. Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time. Do it now. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? It's Lotta Hart. It's kind of weird. Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead. Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. It's Lotta Hart, right? Show her, come on. Witness, what is your name and occupation? Oh, that is not Lotta Hart at all. Oh, he's stunned. Everyone is so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. Oh. When I look at you, how can I put it? I mean, this is the freaking killer, isn't she? From, I guess that case hasn't happened yet. The case where Mia actually met Phoenix Wright. This was Phoenix Wright's girlfriend. She's the freaking poisoner. You look as scrumptious as a double-double and a dozen donut holes. I feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a verdict just to have a bite. Excuse me, Judge. Hey, not so fast. Hi. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. Okay. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man. If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me. Great. Sir? Hmm? Yes, my dear? This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes, of course. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause. Come on, you're a killer. Not at all. It's no trouble at all. Now then, may we please have your name and occupation? My name is, Melissa Foster. I am a college student, a freshman in the literature department. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate? Wow! How can you be so mean? What the hell? Now see here, what are you doing shoving that in her face like that? Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. No, no. Next time I'll be forced to penalize you. What the hell? Uh-oh, I don't like the turn this has taken. Oh? Is she staring at me? And you would be... Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey. Hmm, I see. So you are... Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best. Great. You're a murderer, lady. Witness's testimony. The witness's photograph. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. I'll see you in the next one. Can't believe freaking not Edgewood. Freaking I guess just mine, right? Like Phoenix Wright's freaking girlfriend is there. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.